Here comes two! My dog is super confused on the layout I just put up to record this. Not in the usual spot this time. We're in the process of getting a new chair for that area over there, so for this video and maybe another one, we're gonna do it over on the couch setup. Maybe you'll see the dog. But we're doing a couple monthly haul, technically. This goes to November. I've been setting them to like the wall over there where the physical stuff is since the first week of November, because I was going to do a November wrap up. And that somehow just turned into now a November, December, and part of January wrap up, because I'm just now filming this. Because I had cleaning to do, and I was going to watch one of these movies, but don't have time now because it's fucking almost 4 hours long. But yeah, these aren't separated by months, but some of them are Christmas stuff. Around Christmas or my birthday, I asked for just some physical media stuff that I didn't buy throughout the year because I wasn't that interested in it when it came out and would get it on sale, or I just found out about it recently. So yeah, this first one was a gift from my wife for Christmas. Is new Mafia: The Old Country. Disc is not in here because I've been playing it. I say been playing it, but Christmas was like 3 weeks ago and I'm still only 5 hours in. Just got to the part where you're actually doing much of anything. We started driving. Minor spoilers. We started driving. We started to shoot out, and I'm in the middle of the chase scene after that. I had to pause because I had to go to Christmas, which was the 26th. I haven't played that fucking game since the 25th, and it's the 10th of January. I'm a fuck up. But yeah. Next up, I actually just got in last night. It was a Christmas gift from my in-laws. My father-in-law, he picked out Doctor Strangelove on 4K. Haven't seen this. Very excited to. Didn't have this, so it was a great pick on his part. Very excited to watch it because I haven't yet, and watch it the first time on 4K. That's great. This is a movie that I have seen. I don't know about 4K. Certainly not on disc 4K because I didn't have it, but digital, either HD or 4K. Shutter Island, Scorsese, was 2009? 10? I want to say 2010. I've been on a huge Scorsese kick, as you'll probably see the further we get down all this. I picked up a few Scorsese 4Ks, asked for a few Scorsese 4Ks, and have some more on the way. I actually just ordered the Criterion of Mean Street because somebody sent me a lowered price, and it was like, I think I had sent them a lower price, and then they counter offered, and it was like $3 more than what I offered, and I'm like, sure, that's great. So yeah, I'm excited to watch Mean Street. Haven't seen that either. Have seen this one. Not my favorite Scorsese, but in all fairness, I was very tired when I watched it. That's why I specifically wanted to rewatch it on 4K. Give it a better fair chance. I still like the movie, don't get me wrong, but I think I'll love it even more on the rewatch when I'm not fucking tired, because I think that is actually when I had first met my wife, and I was working nights, and so I got off of work, went to go see her after 4 hours of sleep, came home, and then watched this with my uncle, and was just dog tired. I think I had been up for almost 24 hours at that point. Had no business watching this, and I think I might have fallen asleep during it, honestly. So I absolutely need to revisit it, and I spent way too much time talking about Shutter Island in that shot. Next up is a movie I did watch for the first time last week, I want to say, because the 4K, if it did just come out, I watched it digitally because Amazon fucked up and didn't send me the Steelbook version. But luckily, they had it on their 3 for $33. I watched Boogie Nights for the first time. Absolutely love this. I didn't mind too much watching it on digital first because this apparently doesn't come with its Dolby features that the digital does. So that's a little disappointing. And I think the 3 for $33, I absolutely got this on, and then I had $15 gift card from Christmas actually. So I think it came out to like $5-6 a movie. One of them still on the way, another PTA movie. So that'll be in the next one of these I do. I guess you'll just see the throw conclusion for the 3 for 33. Slipcover, by the way, because it just came out. This one, I don't know when this 4K came out. I had to have missed it somewhere, but it came with the slipcover. The second part of the 3 for 33, Meet the Parents. As you can imagine, with me on a Scorsese kick, I've also been on a bit of a De Niro kick. So I have seen this once. I didn't love it, but it was on the 3 for 33, and I'm like, and we didn't have it 4K digitally. So went ahead and got this and redeemed this code. Cop that shit, BT dubs. Yeah, I'm gonna revisit this on 4K soon. My wife has not seen these movies. I know Meet the Fockers is coming after this. Not to me, but the 4K is coming soon this year. So yeah, I'm interested to revisit that. It's gonna be a fun watch. Next up, another De Niro 4K, another Scorsese 4K. It was a first time watch for me. Gave it a 5 out of 5. So much so that I was doubting. I thought I was just like, okay, I'm just so hyped to be watching it. Maybe I overrated it. So I watched it this past Monday and then rewatched it again this past Wednesday. Today is Saturday. So I've watched it twice this week. It's Casino 4K. Watched it. Wasn't sure how I felt about it the first time. I knew I liked it. I knew I loved it. But I wanted to double check, and yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Masterpiece. In my top 30. Still only Scorsese's fourth best, in my opinion. My second favorite movie upon rewatch on this that started the Scorsese kick was actually Goodfellas. And then I also have, I actually rewatched all of these movies on my list. I have Wolf of Wall Street behind Goodfellas, but above this. And then I just rewatched The Departed for the first time since, it has to have been a decade by this point. Absolutely loved it, 5 stars. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to have Departed over this. But yeah, I mean, I still loved it. Don't get me wrong, still 5 stars. You can see both my reviews on Letterboxd. You'll see that at the end of the video if you wanna give me a follow. I've been watching a lot of good shit lately. Not even all this, It's there's just so much shit I've been watching digitally and physically. Just all good. I've only had like 3 movies that were under an 8 out of 10 for me so far this year. And I think 2 of them were my wife's picks. So not completely my fault. Next up, my mom got me this for Christmas. Was a huge shock to me. I absolutely love Snoopy. I've been eyeing this collection for most of the year, waiting for it to go on sale. It happened to go down to like $40, so I sent it to my mom, and I think she even found it cheaper on Mercari for like something, like 20 something. So, super excited. Of course, it doesn't come with a slipcover or the comic, but I'm interested in this special collection. Only missing like 5 specials, some of which being pretty shitty. I don't give a fuck about that weird live action one. The Super Bowl one kind of sucks. I think that's really the only one that I was pretty bummed about was the Super Bowl one. But next up, I got this reprint. I didn't get this the original run through Lionsgate Limited. I guess the reprint was exclusive to their shop. Knives Out, Steelbook. If you haven't seen Wake Up Dead Man, phenomenal. I loved it. I'm pretty sure I gave it I gave it 8 out of 10 on my Letterboxd. If you want to see that review too. Haven't revisited this one since I got Letterboxd. Wasn't a huge fan of Glass Onion, but I remember liking this one a lot. And then we all know about the Easter egg on this Steelbook as well. If you don't, then on the back, the knives point out to who the killer is. Next up was a gift from my grandpa. I sent this to him all the way back during the Criterion 50% off sale. That sale kind of kicked off a little bit of a bad addiction. I'm pretty sure we're up to about 6 of these Criterions now. Most of them gifts, luckily, but Uncut Gems 4K Criterion. This was right after this was right before Marty Supreme was coming out, so I obviously was having a lot of hype. Obviously, I saw Marty Supreme because I saw this movie first, obviously, but I haven't rewatched this 4K since Marty Supreme's come out, unfortunately. I did watch Good Time before I saw Marty Supreme again. It was actually back-to-back weeks I saw that movie because I wanted to see it with my uncle as well. watched good time. Absolutely thought it was great. Pretty sure I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Same as I gave Marty Supreme, and I'm pretty sure I have this at a 9 out of 10. I haven't reviewed it, but if memory serves, I thought this was a solid 9 last time I watched it as well. Only seen it the one time. Obviously not in 4K, so I'm excited to revisit that Criterion. I guess I should make a different stack instead of on the couch, because that's how they'll spell up some point. Next up was an Amazon exclusive movie that came out a few months ago that had a lot of marketing. I don't think it really did well. My theater was packed, but I think overall I don't think it did that great. I might be completely wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, honestly, because it was a great movie. I'm pretty sure I gave it an 8. It was Good Fortune that came out about October last year, so yeah, damn. That 4K came in pretty quick. This came in first week of December. It came out October or something. October 7th, I think. Wow. Quick turnaround. No wonder theaters are doing so great. But I definitely made time to see this. This was one of my most anticipated releases of the year. Loved it. The theater might have added to that quite a bit because it was a pretty packed crowd and everyone was having a great time laughing. So I'm definitely excited to revisit that because my wife couldn't make it for that one. Next up is the reason I placed that Lionsgate limited order with the Knives Out Steelbook. Absolutely had to jump on Dogma. Pretty sure this sold out really fucking quick, to the point that even the standard 4K sold out quick. Really cool Steelbook. Really dig it. Still haven't watched it yet. I was really excited for this release. But what had happened was I had watched Mallrats, loved that. Then I didn't love Chasing Amy. And by the time I had watched Chasing Amy, we were like a good 3 weeks out from this. So my Kevin Smith, whatever you want to call it, binge would just kind of died off after that. If you can call it a binge, it was 2 movies, because I didn't revisit Clerks because I just watched it like a year or 2 ago. Didn't really feel the need to revisit it. But yeah, it's here. Now I have access to the whole, whatever you fucking call that series, even though it doesn't really make sense because he has actors in other movies he did, but he doesn't connect to the series. Whatever, I don't fucking care. Yeah, I have the rest of that now to watch through whenever I get around to it. Next up, Shout was actually having a sale. They were like $20 a title, and then I had $20 in cash back, so I'm actually wrong. This was just on sale, and the other one's Kino. Yeah, that's my fuck up. But anyways, they were both like 20 each, so I kind of justified it as being $10 each. First up, haven't seen this movie, surprisingly. Knowing how much I like the comedies in that era, it's very surprising that I haven't watched this. But it'll be 4K and Shout. I'm not familiar with any Shout 4Ks. I'm more familiar with their DVD releases because I used to buy a lot of those weird Shout Kids or whatever it was. They'd have like Mario and Sonic, all that stuff. I think the only thing I might have that Shout that I might be familiar with is I think they might also do Scream. I might be mistaken on that. I have the Halloween 4Ks and then the Child's Play 4Ks, Chucky series, you know. So that, if I'm not mistaken, maybe that's my only experience with them, which those movies look great. So, yeah. This was a Black Friday pickup. Donkey Kong Returns HD. If I'm remembering correctly, this came out early last year, January time I want to say, and I think I picked it up for like 25, maybe 30 on Black Friday, so half off because I'm pretty sure this was a full $60 release for some reason, unlike Tropical Freeze. Yeah, this was very much a product of Bonanza, in which I have not finished still need to. Next up is not only my favorite movie of 2025, but one of my favorite movies of all time, honestly. I've now watched it twice, and I have the same opinion on it. You probably can see it in the shot. I don't know how low the fucking shot goes. The Long Walk, my favorite release of last year, and honestly, in my top 30, if not 20, I can't remember what I ranked it. I think it might be 16th, honestly. I absolutely love this movie. I think the 2 leads in this movie, who I'm not great with names with, especially these guys who I've only really seen in this. The ginger guy I've seen in Licorice fucking Licorice Pizza, dude. What PTA? I want to say I want to say Coop or something. Sorry, I don't know. That's the only thing I've seen him in. But yeah, they gave some fucking phenomenal roles. I cannot recommend this movie enough to anybody. I've already watched it twice. I'm already ready to watch. No, I've watched it 3 times now. I forgot I watched. This was my first movie of this year because I was over at my uncle's and I showed it to him. I still have to show it to my other uncle. So yeah, I'm excited for my 4th watch on this. I just absolutely adore this movie. It's one of the most powerful movies I've seen in a long time, and in my opinion, probably one of the best movie of the decade. Last 2 decades? No, not even last 2 decades. I can't even say that. But of the 2020s, that is absolutely, in my opinion, the best movie. Yeah. What was this? I had to go on a rant because that movie is just so fucking good, man. Next up, I found this at Goodwill. Sometimes, I like to take, some special gummies or something and watch some Looney Tunes. So these sets can get a little pricey sometimes if you look them up on eBay. Because some of these episodes get banned or whatnot. They're out of print. So it's like, you can either get lucky and find it somewhere in the wild, or you can buy it from them for a little bit higher. One of these I think was going for like $60 at some point. But luckily I think they're doing some Blu-ray releases for the fans of the series. I'm not necessarily a fan of Looney Tunes. I just like to put it on during some special gummy times, to have a good laugh, This was at the same Goodwill pickup. I actually kind of wanted to do a video on this. I haven't thought about it in a minute because like I said, this has just been sitting since like the first week of November. I think I picked this up when I went to. There's a Goodwill right next to my local AMC. So when I went to go see Running Man and a couple other movies, I stopped in there, picked up that Looney Tunes and this. As a kid, I absolutely loved going to the library and just picking up some random pay-per-views. I extra focus on library to make sure I didn't say it wrong, so if it sounds weird, that's why. I know how to say it, but I wanted to try extra not to say it wrong. But anyways, I rented these pay-per-views like these a lot back in the day that I hadn't seen, didn't know the story to, so I thought it'd be fun to do a video because I was not watching in 2021, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to just pick this up and see what was going on at the time, like I would when I was a kid watching those random releases, 2012 was absolutely my year. I'm a huge fan of that CM Punk title run because they had a lot of that 2012 run because it was about 2015 or so when I was really getting into WWE. 2014 was my first big year with WrestleMania 30, and then by 2015 I was absolutely renting those and watching all sorts of older pay-per-views. So 2012 was absolutely my year. It made me a huge fan of CM Punk. Sorry. This was a sale. I don't want to say Black Friday, but it might have been Black Friday. Final Fantasy 16. I didn't love 15. I thought it was fine. I thought this game looked cool. I was going to wait for a sale. Picked it up for $20. So can't complain about that at all. Still sealed. Picked this up the second week of November. Sorry. Playing a lot of 2K. What am I playing? I'm playing through Mafia. That's what I'm currently playing through. I just did a run through of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition. I thought about doing a video on that, but I really just don't have much to say. It looks good. Hold on a second. Whoa. It doesn't look good, but it plays good, is what I will say. I would prefer the PS2 graphics, but I much prefer the weapon wheel, which this is all post updates. I know it wasn't like that at launch. I prefer the checkpoints. I prefer all of that. It makes it so much less of a headache. It's actually going to make Grand Theft Auto 3 playable, and believe me, I have the PS2 copy. If I still have it, I might have sold it. I definitely have it on PS4. I don't know if I have it physically on PS2 as well, but I have all the original PS2 editions on PS4, playable through PS5, which they delisted after this definitive edition came out. Luckily, I bought it. But I have those versions. I platinumed San Andreas on there, so I didn't really feel the need to platinum my last run of San Andreas, which isn't even a game I bought this month. Why the fuck am I ranting about San Andreas? Anyways, this was the real reason I wanted to look at the Criterion half-off sale. This is the movie, this and a different movie that we're about to get to are the reasons to blame for this Criterion addiction that started. Another Scorsese I haven't seen. The movie I was going to watch today, The Irishman. It's fucking 3.5 hours long. My wife's working a 5-hour shift. I was like, today's going to be perfect for that. Then I had to start making dinner, and then I started cleaning, and then I was like, fuck, let's do the video instead. So I want to watch this so badly. It's just so hard to set away 3.5 hours to watch a fucking movie sometimes. Sorry about it. But yeah, I'm excited to watch it. I hope I think it's a 5-star movie. I'm not gonna be disappointed if it's not, but if I'm giving it 3.5 hours, and it's my favorite director, I'm hoping it's gonna be really good. Anyways, picked this up at a flea market. My wife just started the Star Wars series, so we picked this. I picked this up. Silly little Lego thing they did in like 2011 before Disney got really serious with it. And I guess if you want to get real technical, this is what started the Criterion kick. Out of print, Benjamin Button, Blu-ray. I absolutely love Fincher. Fight Club, of course, my favorite movie. I just rewatched Social Network, still phenomenal. Haven't seen this one, but yeah, it was $3 for this, and I was like $3 for a Criterion and a movie I wanted to see. This is before I even knew it was Fincher. If I had known that, because there's no 4K of this. If I had known that, I would have gotten this a lot sooner in my life because this is a pretty common around my area at least. I know it's out of print on Criterion's site, but it's pretty common for secondhand around me. And this is what I placed in order with Irishman. Talking about PTA, talking about Boogie Nights earlier, Punch Drunk Love. You know what's funny is the first time I watched this, I did not like it. Of course, I was a teenager at the time, probably about 14, 15. Not what I was expecting. I was like, oh, Adam Sandler. Oh, everyone's saying this is great. This is going to be so cool. It's not the movie I expected it to be. And for a long time, I was like, oh, that movie sucks. That movie sucks. I want to say I revisited this 2 years ago now. I had been at the time, she was my girlfriend at the time, for probably about a year. Rewatched this, and man, it hit a lot more so after you lived a little bit more and have gotten more life experiences than me judging it when I was 14, 15, and that's not to say the same for any adult movie, there were some weirder movies. This in particular is just one I had to revisit, and maybe I think Paul Thomas Anderson, just as a director as a whole, is something I wouldn't be ready for at that stage of my life when I hadn't seen as many movies as I have now. It's just not a great, introductory movie, honestly. And revisiting it, absolutely loved it. Have been slowly checking out his filmography, a lot more since. I have Phantom Thread coming 4K. That was, oh shit, that's the last 3 for 33. Spoiled it. Fuck it. I'm the fuck up. Anyways, next title, a half-price books title. I was getting into some shorts there for a minute, so I went ahead and picked this up. $3. I was like, oh, let me see what's all up in here. And then there's a few shorts. And something really cool actually comes with what's it called? It's a litho print. So just a little cool thing like that. I thought it was originally a film strip, but I haven't revisited it in so long that I forgot what it actually was. Pristine condition. That I imagine whoever bought this. I'll just come with the receipt in this one. I like to keep my receipts in some of my cool finds when I go to secondhand stores. But yeah, I was just kind of interested in it. Wanted to see some old Disney shorts, so picked that up. $3. I was like, why not? Speaking of which, got a Pixar short film collection. This is volume 2. I have volume 1. I think we did on the channel. Hopefully this wasn't during my big break because work had gotten busy there for a minute. But I own collections 1 and 2 now. The third one I'm kind of iffy on if I need. They're a little bit more modern stuff like Disney Plus shorts, I think. I'm like, from what I understand at least. I think this goes up enough to like the Toy Story shorts from when I was a kid in like 2012 or so. Somewhere around there is what I want to say. And next up is some weird Lego shorts I found. I think this was $3 at most, if not $1. I feel like $1 sounds a lot more accurate. But yeah, I wanted to pick that up. I was kind of interested in it, and it was really cheap. It might have been like $2. honestly. Next up is a Woot sale. My only collector's edition of a fucking Nicktoons Dice of Destiny. Not necessarily a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan. I broke it, by the way. I fucking accidentally dropped it, and the wooden fell off. It wasn't like the big drop. It was like on like a stack. If you can see, it was like a stack to like that isn't even. If I stood, it wouldn't barely be up to my shin. It just fell on it and kind of broke apart. So possibly just easily made. I wasn't gonna use it anyways. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. Don't knock anyone who does. Not just not my thing. I have done some sessions. They were kind of cool. It was more so cool to be with your friends than it was to play the game for me, though. Nice little letter thing for your die. Little poster that I don't particularly care about. And I was interested in these trading cards. I've been saving these trading cards to open since I got this because I want to do it on camera. Now, so if my camera is fucked up or my memory is fucked up, I'm going to be quite upset because I cannot redo this. I probably should have just checked before I did this. Ooh, I got Danny Phantom. Yes. Ginny, okay. Jimmy, alright. Kara? Legend of... I don't know. I haven't seen that show. Sorry about it. Leonardo, not my favorite turtle. So hopefully we have another one. Ooh, Sandy, that's pretty dope. Hell yeah, my dude SpongeBob. That's awesome. Susie, okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, that was our only turtle. Yay. Timmy, yeah. I'm a Raphael fan myself. Honestly, Leo might be my least favorite. Controversial or not. Honestly, I might just save this wrapper in here, and what I will do is put these trading cards in the case. Cool. This will probably be, hopefully, the only part I have to edit, because I'm going to get up and check the camera, and if my fucking storage ran out or something, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, yeah, I made sure to do a second video just in case so we didn't lose all of our fabulous progress we got here. Second stack, I don't know, dude. At some point I'm sure I forgot to mention where I got most of that stuff from, so sorry about it, inconsistent. Next up, another Criterion, ooh, from my grandpa again, who also got me... Oh, he got me a game right out there yet. Sorry. Okay, he got me the Wall-E Criterion. Me and my wife, we watched this. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Again, follow me on Letterboxd if you'd like. But a movie I did not like as a kid, but absolutely wanted to revisit. And watching it again, it's a life experience, and really, this just isn't an entertaining thing for kids. There's just not enough dialogue in it, honestly. I didn't like it as a kid because of that, but as an adult, yeah, absolutely revisiting it. Beautiful movie, phenomenal 4K. Yeah, I absolutely recommend this release if you're going to watch Wall-E. I'm not sure how the Disney 4K compares. Didn't even want to bother with it, honestly, because that was during the half-off Criterion sale. Next up, another Goodwill by my AMC. I found Now You See Me 1 and 2 Duo Pack. Unfortunately came out, I found this like the week after I saw fucking 3, so someone must have donated their copy after they were getting ready for the new one. But yeah, I like the second one and the third one. I didn't love the first one, but I think they got a little bit better every time. No, actually, that's wrong. I think the second one's the best one. Fuck do I know? I don't know. I'm an idiot. Next up, Christmas present from my wife. Steelbook Princess Mononoke. Hope I said that right. And as far as I know, this is the final in-print Studio Ghibli movie that I needed on Steelbook. That has a Steelbook that's in print that you can still buy. Yeah, I'm aware of a couple that are out of print that I will not pay that price for, even if I could afford to. Here's the second gift I got from my grandpa. Pac World 2. Very excited to play this. Mafia was ahead of that. and then the game coming up is next up, and then the game after that is after the next game, and then this is behind that. So this is like fourth in line. I have a waiting list for games. I love the first one of these. Almost got the platinum if it wasn't for that fucking trophy where you have to get to level 9 in the original Pac-Man, because god damn it, I suck at Pac-Man and don't really want to get good just for one trophy to get a platinum. I really don't. This is the game next up, one of my most anticipated releases of last year. Not a joke, Titans of the Tide, yeah, the new SpongeBob game. I didn't love that Patrick Star game, but I did love Cosmic Shake. I did love Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So I'm super excited for this. I'm sure I'm going to love it. I'm sure I'm going to have a blast. Cosmic Shake, I couldn't believe how much fun I was having with that game. Huge SpongeBob fan. Got these fugglers. What was their hair in his mouth? And then I got the Patrick one. There's so many ones that I don't have. And the new movie, it just came out. We went, me and my wife, we went the opening Friday, had a great time, loved the movie. Everyone else hated it. Why? Because fuck me, I guess. I don't know. 1 second, I have to cough. Even though that SpongeBob movie, we're jumping right back into it. That SpongeBob movie Steelbook, Walmart exclusive, they want $41 fucking for a Blu-ray Steelbook with no plans of a 4K. I need to see how much the Amazon listing is for just the standard Blu-ray, because that might be the way to go if it's like $20. That's cheap enough to where I'll pre-order a new release for that to get it for my digital collection and my physical, because I own all the SpongeBob movies. Me and my wife, we actually did a rewatch through the first 3. We've watched the Plankton and Sandy ones on Netflix when they came out, and you don't need to rewatch those for this, but we watched the original movie, first time watching it on Steelbook 4K, loved it. Actually, we watched, I can't remember what it's called, Sponge Out of Water. I surprisingly love that movie. I think I gave the original one obviously 5 stars, because childhood classic, it's just going to get a 5 stars if it's still good, and it's still good. And one of my favorite movies, by the way, 5 stars, so it's in my top 50. And I gave the second one like 4.5 stars, 9 out of 10, because I think it's almost as good. It's really fucking funny. Of course, Sponge on the Run, that movie can die. But the new one's good again, so I'll probably pre-order that one. Next up was a game I really enjoyed. I don't know if this came out last year. I'm pretty sure it did in February time, that I didn't get a chance to play, and I've been waiting for it to go on sale. Didn't realize I had a physical. Plucky Squire. This game stood out so much on its, what's it called? Rollout? It was one that I followed, and then it was like, oh, it's here. I think it was like $50 for that. It went down to 20. I asked my wife for it for Christmas, because I was like, I'm going to buy this digitally, or she can give me the physical. I'll get the physical. Next up is an Arrow release. I'm actually thinking, I'm rehauling my Blu-ray.com app, and because there's a lot of stuff that I've sold or am planning to sell in my bin over here that I have. I'm thinking about reorganizing it to have, my, I don't know if you want to call them premium, or the Steelbook Discord calls them boutique. I don't know if that's exactly right. I'm just going to call them premium. Your Arrows, your Criterions, your Shouts to an extent, your Scream Factories, that kind of stuff. I'm even including my A24s, which I only have like 2 of, honestly. Iron Claw, and then We Live in Time. I had to look up there. I can never remember that name. But my only other Arrow is Mallrats, and then maybe one other one, but I doubt it. But Mallrats is absolutely, it stunned me when I watched it. That 4K transfer is just absolutely brilliant, and really showed me what these premium labels can do with 4K that I doubt even the studio could do. They're, like one of your major studios, like a Warner Brothers release, whoever the fuck owns those rights. I guess Lionsgate. I'm not sure how the Dogma 4K looks, but I cannot imagine it looking anywhere near as good as that 4K on Arrow, because that was just breathtaking. All that to say, that's what got me into these premium labels. Another Arrow release, TMNT Trilogy, only $60 for this, and that's really the reason I got it. And it's even gone down more. I think it went down to 55. Beautiful set. I love the slipcover that they have. That's exclusive to their shop, but I'm pretty sure that's quite a bit more in cost than this one is. All of these come with posters, comes with a booklet, comes with the trilogy. I want to say the first two are 80s. I have not seen the third one, the time travel one. I want to say that's 91, but they might all three be 80s. Childhood classics. The first two I've only seen on VHS, and I don't think I've even seen DVD quality of those. I think we went straight from VHS to we're gonna go to 4K now. I didn't watch the Blu-rays of them at all either. But yeah, I'm excited to revisit those, see how they hold up for me. Yeah. Next up, I picked up it's like a little, it's a very small local charity shop. You know, they get their donations in, and the money goes back into the community. So I try and always find something in there to support them. Normally DVDs of some kind that I'm like, I don't need this, but it's $1, so I'm gonna get this and help the shop, you know, support them at least, you know, because there's probably not a huge market for their DVD releases. Most people who are buying them are only interested in the 4Ks. I'm interested in DVDs for the stuff that you cannot get on Blu-ray or 4K, such as these WWE things, releases, these concert releases, these old cartoon releases, things you just don't see get upgraded. Or if you do, they cost a lot because it's like, oh, you could only get this through this certain website, and now it's $40, you know. But yeah. Anyways, all that to say, got this. Been on a little bit of a wrestling kick. Not a kick per se. I like watching the WWE Vault channel on YouTube. Ever since the Dropkick app comes out, I like to do some reviews every now and then over there. So watch some pretty cool Jericho matches from the 90s and 2000s, because I don't give a fuck about anything past that. Maybe some 2010 stuff I'm sure is in there. I'm sure it's like a 2011 release or something. And the documentary, of course. I'm interested in that as well. Next up was a gift from my uncle for Christmas, Lucy Steelbook. Haven't seen this movie. I'm very interested in it. He sent me a picture and asked which ones I had. So he got me this and another Steelbook, with some different gifts. So excited to visit that. And this is what I got with Ace Ventura, that I accidentally mistook for a Shout release, unless I got two Kino. That could also be the case. I don't know. I could be an idiot, but I'm pretty sure this was with the Ace Ventura. Haven't seen this movie either. Kindergarten Cop, Kino. I'm interested to see how it looks in 4K. I have a couple Kino 4Ks at this point. I know Eternal Sunshine was like my main one for a while, and I have that one, and I want to say another one, unless I was just mistaken Ace Ventura as a Kino release, which is probably the case. This one I bought off of my uncle. I bought like 5 4Ks. He got them for $1 each. I gave him $12 for all 5 of them, so this was one of them. I haven't seen this movie, but I know that I will watch those eventually, because I have the first movie with Angelina Jolie. I want to say, unless that's, yeah, I want to say Angelina Jolie. I have the first or second movie on Steelbook because it was in the Walmart $5 bin. So I already had one. I know I'm going to watch them at some point. So pick that up 4K. Might as well. That's the 2017 reboot, I want to say. So some people have said some good things about that. I'm interested to see for myself. Next up was the other Steelbook my uncle got me. Haven't seen this movie, but you know what? I'm mildly interested. And this is a really sick Steelbook for Warcraft. The World of Warcraft movie. I mean, I don't know anything about it, but I'm interested to see it. I mean, a fantasy war that took Lord of the Rings 3 movies to set up. Why don't you do it in 2 hours, 2.5? Next up, yeah, this is another one from the 5 that I bought from my uncle. Assassin's Creed. I'm probably going to watch it once, and then I will donate it or sell it or something. Who knows? Another one that I bought, Atomic Blonde. Haven't seen this. I heard good things. Oh, James McAvoy and Charlize Theron. Okay, yeah, it'll be interesting. It looks like this is a very early on 4K, 4 times sharper than HD. So this must be one of those big first releases. And then what's this? They have a little logo down here. Okay. Next up, I have this Blu-ray steelbook. Disc office. Hey, no, please don't do that. I have the steelbook with the Blu-ray in it. So this is the 4K upgrade. Batman vs Superman. I actually like the Dawn of Justice version. Is that what it's called? Oh no, it's fucking Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice. I like the ultimate cut of this. Is what I meant to say. I actually saw that movie when it first came out in early access, so that was pretty cool. Weird memory to hold on to it. Liked it a lot more when I saw the ultimate cut, as most people did. This is the other Kino that I had forgotten about. This is a gift from my wife. Movie we saw together on one of our first dates, actually, Bottoms. I thought this movie was really funny. I don't think I quite caught the ending. I think we had to step out for a little bit for something or other. I can't really recall, but yeah. Just good. Hey, please don't do that. It just holds an important part in our history, so I don't know. It went on sale too recently. I want to say the last one in those 5 that I bought from my uncle, Bohemian Rhapsody. I think this movie's okay. It was in there, so I was like, I'll rewatch the 4K of it, and then I don't know how many times I'll rewatch that. Maybe one more time. I've only seen it once, and I'm like, okay, I'll rewatch it to review it on Letterboxd. That's pretty much my motives with that. This is a movie I have reviewed, but it's hilarious. So I asked my mom for Christmas, but I'm a cheerleader. This is another Amazon exclusive in the same style as Good Fortune that we talked about earlier, that I'm just now realizing probably wasn't the smartest to put on a pile where I stacked more stuff on top of it with how skinny these cases are. Whoops. Next up, another gift from my mom, the Max Fleischer, I want to say. I've heard it, but I don't want to mistake it, even though I probably have. The theatrical shorts. This is I actually had this pre-ordered when it was first announced, and I think I canceled it for whatever reason. I was like, okay, I can wait for it. I want to say this is 2023, so asked her for it for Christmas because it's been in my Amazon cart for the longest time, and she was nice enough and she got it for me. Next up is a controversial one. So this is the 4K of the Wallace and Gromit collection, which came out last year. That, if you don't know, is controversial because there is some very obvious usage of AI to upscale this, and so this is actually much cheaper than the Blu-ray set. However, this is cheaper than the Blu-ray set, and it includes the Blu-ray set. I don't know if I'm going to watch the Blu-ray set. I already bought it, so I might just watch the 4K, even though it's preferred. I don't know how much better it's going to look because it's AI, but it came with the Blu-ray anyway, and it's cheaper. So, well, I mean, I guess the defense could be made that you're supporting them. Sorry about it. I'm just a piece of shit. I don't know. Next up, another gift that I got for Christmas, Team America 4K. I've only seen this movie once. What the fuck? Why is there an uncut version of this movie? Okay. That's not on the 4K. Don't you just love when they do that? Here's the 4K, and it comes with both cuts. Unrated cut only on Blu-ray. That release has already been out for quite some time. Whatever. That's fine. That gives me an excuse not to watch the uncut version, because if the 4K is there, I'm going to watch that. 20th anniversary of that, huh? Here's another Kino. Okay, so that's why I was thinking I had quite a bit of Kinos. But I couldn't remember what they were. Another one, Happy Gilmore. This movie, revisited it with my wife before the second one came out. She absolutely loved it. I loved it more than ever. I think I'd given this 3 stars my first watch, and then on that rewatch, I can give it like 4.5. I had such a great time rewatching this before the second one came out. And then the second one was utter dog shit. Expired dog water. If you follow me on Letterboxd, you'll know what that's about. Next up, Wayne's World 2. I had Wayne's World 1, so this has been in my cart for since it was up for pre-order, just waiting for a decent sale or something, I was like, it's Wayne's World 2. I haven't even revisited the first one since I watched both of them for the first time with my uncle. So I just remember this one being kind of, it's more Wayne's World, which isn't necessarily bad, but you know, I got the first one to revisit. I will revisit 2, I'm sure, at some point. Whenever I revisit 1. Next up, Last Kino, Billy Madison, one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies, actually. It's so fucking dumb. Pee in your pants is the coolest. It's fucking stupid. I was gonna do the accent, but I stopped. I was like, it's fucking stupid. Last one, we got the Criterion. Oh, that's a little dented. I'm sure that's through the Amazon mail, but whatever, it doesn't bother me that much. Last Criterion, last 4K, last item, last movie, last everything. Criterion, Malcolm X, Denzel, and Spike Lee. Very excited. I haven't seen this. It's another fucking 3.5 hour movie, which I'm just realizing. 3.5 hours, Criterion. Why the fuck is My Irishman not available in 4K? I had to get the Blu-ray. It was only Blu-ray and DVD. But that one was, Irishman was especially important to me to get since it's a Netflix exclusive and that's a physical release of it. I was like, I didn't realize that was a thing, so I'm getting that. That was my justification, and then seeing this and remembering it's another 3.5 hour movie, I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't even make sense. But yeah, very excited to watch this. I have very high hopes. I haven't seen it before, but this is Denzel, in my opinion, when he's going the fuck off. So very excited. I did get a little bit put off by this movie recently because I watched their recent collaboration, Highest to Lowest, and that movie was utterly disappointing. Not that it's necessarily a bad movie. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. When I was really hoping for one of my favorite movies of the year out of Highest to Lowest. It was just a basic Law and Order movie that I felt Denzel cashed in. Again, I am talking about Highest to Lowest. I am not talking about Malcolm X because I have not seen Malcolm X yet. But great first watch will be Criterion 4K, which I'm very excited for. Tired of seeing it in my watch list. A lot of good movies I've just been tired of seeing sit there for 3 years at this point. I'm like, alright, let's mark off some good shit. Let's get this top 50 list, to be more accurate and reflective of what I like, because I just rewatched Goodfellas, and that's one of my favorite movies. It's my second favorite movie. I've come to realize on my rewatch, and because I've seen it like 2 or 3 times, and then I hadn't watched it since I got Letterboxd. I was like, I'm tired of seeing this not in my top 50 list. Let me watch it. Which started a Scorsese kick because he has a lot of my favorites because he's my favorite director. Anyways, I need to stop rambling. That's all I got. We might not do another haul until maybe March time. Yeah, next time. Then we'll talk about that. Not sure. Hey, we're almost done. Okay. Not sure when that'll be, but if you do want to see some more stuff from me, there's going to be more videos, of course, in between that time. The next haul, hopefully, should not be the next video. I definitely want to do, I have some ideas of things that I want to do. I just need some more time. And maybe I will get some more time. We'll see here soon. But in the meantime, if you want to follow me, I give lots more thoughts. I've been giving some, in my opinion, some pretty solid reviews on Letterboxd. Not as detailed as some people have, but I've been trying to think more about the movies I'm watching because I'm watching such good movies lately. So I've just kind of been in that mood where I'm like, I just want to watch some great stuff right now. So follow me over there. I've been watching a lot of great movies. If you want to see my thoughts on all these fucking movies I bought over time, I'm sure you'll see some reviews pop up. You can also follow me on Dropkicked, which is the wrestling review app. I did also used to promote this music review app that I was doing, but from what I understand from Reddit, that app is kind of dead, and I'm not really on there. So, we got Dropkick, we got Letterboxd, and I'm also on Serialized. I've been exceptionally active over there, so just downloaded that recently if you want to follow me over there. I've been watching a lot of TV, me and my wife have. We just started Total Drama Island because we haven't seen that since it was airing, you know. So we're watching that right now. But yeah, if you guys want, you know, those links will be at the end, and that's about it from me. Sorry this video is so fucking long. A lot of stuff. I wanted to make sure I got this video done so I could put them in my Blu-ray.com app and get them on the fucking shelf. But yeah, that's all from me. If you've watched this, thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.